This is the Backyard Discovery Cedar Cove wood swing set. It's a handsome multi-level cedar playset with a light brown stain and crisp white trim, a peaked canopy roof up top, and a wide swing beam to the side. The look is friendly and inviting, more like a backyard clubhouse than a piece of equipment. The footprint is big at about 220.4 by 183.4 by 119.4 inches, and the set weighs around 491 pounds, so it fills a corner of the yard and becomes a real centerpiece. From my experience, the design is what hooks kids right away. The upper clubhouse feels like a lookout fort, with windows and a little balcony vibe. The lower level is a shaded playhouse that works like a tiny bistro, with a toy grill, sink, and benches. There's a chalkboard for doodles and menus, plus a telescope for pretend adventures. On one side, you get two slides, a fast 10-foot wave slide and a twisty enclosed tube slide. That variety matters because kids rotate between them without arguing over turns. The climb options are great too, with a 5-foot rock wall for challenge and a step ladder for easier access. The swing beam has 2 belt swings and a web disc swing, and the lanes are wide enough that kids don't bump into each other. Key features like the dual slides, the playhouse zones, and the mixed swing styles make it feel like a mini playground rather than a basic swing set. In my opinion, this set is all about play density and imaginative zones. It's perfect for mixed ages. I've seen toddlers as young as 3 find safe ways to enjoy it with the stepladder and sandbox-style play in the lower level, and it stays interesting for kids up to about 10 or 11. The multiple entry points and attractions keep the energy spread out, and the whole thing becomes a social hangout. I've watched my kids and their friends set up restaurants, turn the upper deck into a secret base, and then sprint off to the swings and slides for a change of pace. It encourages long, screen-free play sessions, which is exactly what I wanted. Here's the trade-off I ran into. The assembly is a serious project. I treated it like a weekend plus some, and even that was optimistic. Sorting every piece before starting saved me hours. The included manual is clear, and the built 3D app helps visualize steps, especially when the printed guide skips a detail. But there are a lot of parts, and the tube slide is its own mini build that can eat a full day for 2 people. With 2 to 4 capable adults, I'd plan on 14 to 30 hours total, depending on your tools, your experience with carpentry, and how level your yard is. Professional assembly can cut that time dramatically, so budgeting for that is worth considering if your time is tight. The wood is 100% cedar, which is naturally weather resistant, but it's thinner than I expected. It keeps the weight manageable and helps the price include so many features, but it can feel a bit creaky if the build isn't perfectly square and level. From my experience, the sturdiness you feel at the end is tied directly to your prep work. A flat, level base, tight but not over-torqued hardware, and carefully aligned pieces make a noticeable difference. I had a few parts where the letter stamps were hard to read and one piece with a misaligned pilot hole. Customer service was responsive on replacements, which I appreciated, but waiting on parts can stall your build. The hardware is abundant, and I even had extras, but the Phillips heads can strip if you rush. I used a good bit set and drove slower on final torque to avoid chewing up the screws. Maintenance is part of the ownership story. I strongly recommend sealing the wood before assembly. The factory stain looks nice, but it's more for color than heavy-duty protection. A quality outdoor sealant adds time up front. I lost almost a full week letting coats dry, but it's worth it. Plan to reseal once a year to keep the cedar looking fresh and protected from sun and rain. I've seen sets hold up well in hot, wet climates when they're sealed and maintained, and I've also seen roof tarps take a beating in wind if they're not checked and tightened. There's a 5-year limited warranty, and in one case I saw a torn roof tarp replaced for free well into ownership, which builds confidence. Day to day, the Cedar Cove is a hit. The slides are smooth, the swings are comfortable, and the lower playhouse offers a shaded spot during the afternoon heat. The enclosed tube slide is the star for adventurous kids, while the open wave slide is the quick crowd pleaser. The plastic components and swings feel sturdy. The cedar, once sealed, looks great and blends into the yard with that light brown and white trim style that reads more backyard garden than industrial playground. It's the kind of set you don't mind seeing out your window because it actually elevates the space. A few practical bits. The recommended age range is 36 months to 10 years, which lines up with how kids use it. The model number is 2001-053, and it's been around since 2020, which means there are plenty of real-world ownership stories to learn from. Ratings hover around 4.1 out of 5 from nearly 200 reviews, and that matches my experience. Very high play value balanced against a demanding build and lighter wood feel. If you're sensitive to small creaks or expect heavy, thick timbers, set your expectations accordingly or consider hiring installers to ensure a precise build that minimizes flex. From my experience, a few setup tips help a lot. Have a level, tamped surface ready. Sort all parts by number before you open your first hardware bag. Use the Built app on a tablet for zooming in on details. Pre-drill where you see tight grain to prevent splitting. Anchor the set as directed. And don't be shy about contacting support if a board arrives warped or a hole doesn't line up. Getting the right part matters more than forcing something and regretting it later. It's perfect for families with multiple kids and frequent play dates, especially if you want a set that offers slides, swings, climbing, and pretend play all in one footprint. The wide swing lanes reduce mid-air collisions, the dual slides cut down on arguing, and the two-level clubhouse layout keeps kids playing together without crowding. If you're upgrading from a basic swing frame, the difference in play variety is obvious the first day. I'd recommend this for parents who either enjoy a big DIY project and want the satisfaction of building it right, or who are ready to budget for professional installation and focus on the fun. In my opinion, the Cedar Cove delivers excellent value through features and design, not through extra thick lumber. If you seal it, assemble it carefully on level ground, and keep up with simple yearly care, it rewards you with a beautiful, activity-packed backyard hub that kids won't outgrow quickly. In conclusion, the Backyard Discovery Cedar Cove Wood Swing Set is a charming, feature-rich playset that shines once it's built. The assembly is a real commitment, and the cedar feels lighter than you might expect, but the payoff is a versatile, imaginative space that kids genuinely love. If those trade-offs make sense for you, it's a strong pick that looks great and keeps the backyard lively. Check the comments of this video for a link to see the current pricing of the Cedar Cove Wood Swing Set.